So are we tired of vaccines already? No? Good, because me neither. Today I'm gonna be covering 4 more vaccines to continue this new entry of the Vaxxer series.
Tune in as Interpret Your World's co-founder, Juan Prieto, talks about the highlights of his workday as a professional medical video remote interpreter. If you are aspiring to learn something new and gain insight into what the world of medical interpretation is really like, then you've come to the right place. Follow along as Juan talks not only about his success, but the daily challenges he has to overcome to become a better interpreter each and every day. This is Unwind Sessions with Juan Prieto.
So hello, welcome back my awesome Terp family. Today is Monday, October 18, 2021. And good morning, Alejandro. We should always be grateful for what we have and how far we have gotten. So yes, we are all grateful. Hopefully we're all grateful. I am grateful for everything and for everything else that I'm doing and all this new rabbit hole that I am crawling into, the NFT world. And because of that, I have to let you know that we started this new project, me and my sister Caro, who is the illustrator. She's the one that makes the drawings on on everything. Whenever you see a drawing in our channel on a video, it is most likely that she did it. But you know her art from the medical interpretation practice videos, the MIPs. So let's help all doggos. We are starting a Facebook page. We are trying to get the Facebook and Twitter page for Happy Lab NFT. That is the name, Happy Lab, like a happy Labrador. It's a little cute dog. We're trying to get this Facebook and Twitter page to 1,000 likes. Once each page gets 1,000 likes, Happy Lab NFT, which is me and Caro, we're going to be donating 1,000 pesos for each platform that reaches that 1,000 like milestone to a dog shelter over there in Chihuahua in the state capital. So, I mean, and you can go over to our page, Happy Lab NFT on Facebook, and you can see the dog shelter that we are trying to help. And the reason why we started this project was because why we started aiding the homeless shelter, the dog shelter, was because, well, I know one of the persons that helps, and they post pictures in Facebook and they're always trying to help. You can see that they're very caring individuals, and I thought, well, why not help them, right? Why not make this new crypto art thing, project NFTs, right? Why not add something extra to it, you know, something good for the world. Let's make this world a better place. Let's end the world of the 200 million stray dogs that there are worldwide. We are trying to make a difference, and we hope to grow the collection. So maybe you're new to crypto, maybe you're new to NFTs, maybe you don't have an idea of what we're talking about. It doesn't matter. Just know that this is for a good cause. If you can help us with 1 like in either Facebook or Twitter or both, you are gonna be helping all of the stray dogs worldwide, because we're gonna make it a purpose to grow, to be able to help as many dog shelters as we can. So let's get on to Facebook and Twitter, Happy Lab NFT. Let's get those likes. Let's share so we can save as many dogs as we can, right? Let's help all doggos. So let's do that, guys. And another thing, remember that we are posting on TikTok, Kawaii, Instagram Reels, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. Those are 5 platforms with our vocabulary practice videos. Go ahead and practice our video with us, a new word every day, English and Spanish. And this week I am getting everything set up, so we are gonna start integrating the rest of the team to be able to drop definitions on there, not just the translation English Spanish, but also the definition in English and Spanish. That way you don't only get to practice, well, you can also practice your vocabulary, right? They ask you, you pause, you give your definition and see what you got. All right, so it is, expect that this week. Hopefully I'm gonna be working hard to get you those definition videos this week. So hopefully you're already following us, and if not, well, what are you waiting for, right? And another thing, we're still accepting comments on MIP 21. When MIP 21 reaches 100 likes, we're gonna be picking 2 comments at random. Whoever those comments belong to, we're gonna send them exclusive links to MIP 22. That way they can record their interpretation, send it over to us, and we are gonna give them some feedback. So get feedback from the team, get on it. Also remember that we have a Patreon page where as little as $1 of your support, you help to motivate us to create much more content. We give you access to everything on that page: medical practice videos, ad-free scripts, answer sheets, vocabulary lists, and more. And most importantly, you will forever win a place inside of our heart. One last thing, do you have 2 years of experience in medical interpretation, live in the United States, Mexico, or Costa Rica area, and are looking for employment in BRI or OPI? Go ahead and send us an email, interpretyourworld@gmail.com. This is a third-party company. You 2 or more years of medical interpretation experience is a must. They will not even consider you if you don't meet that requirement. All right, so let's get started with the highlights. So today I took a total of 30 sessions, 7 of which were audio sessions, and I do remember there were a couple of audio sessions where I just had to call and it was busy and that was it. So I was sad during those sessions. Whenever I get an audio session, I just want to nurture it. I just want to hug it. I don't ever want to let it go. I want to spend my whole shift on that because it's tough. It's tough being in front of a camera all day. Not impossible, just tough. I'd rather not do it. But this is where life has taken me, right? So this is what I have. So I will continue with it until I move on to something better. Hopefully the NFTs will kick off, right? So yeah. All right, and I have 2 highlights today. First highlight of the day. The doctor was talking to a patient. They were talking about women's health and everything. And then the doctor said, "Can you tell the lady that the breast and cervix coordinator is going to be reaching out to her to get her those appointments?" And I said, el coordinador de cuello de útero y mama se va a estar comunicando con usted. And then the doctor had the audacity to tell me, "What? Why are you talking about the uterus? I didn't say nothing about the uterus." And like that, it just annoyed me more than anything. I was like, oh, great, doctor. I didn't know you were a linguistic doctor or an interpreter. I had no idea. But it annoyed me because of course she was trying to question me. And then I told her, "No, ma'am. Of course I said uterus, but a cervix in Spanish is called a cuello del útero, right? A neck of the uterus. That's what it's called." And she said, "Oh, okay, but I didn't hear you say breast." And then I told her, "I said mama, which that is what breast is called as well." And then she said like, "Oh, okay, then I'm sorry, I was just making sure." And I was like, "Mira nomás esta." I was like, "Man, you trying to?" It's like if I was trying to diagnose a patient, right? No, she doesn't have that. Why are you even telling her to take that medicine and do those tests? No, like I'll be so out of my place, right? And I mean, if she spoke Spanish, then she would have understood. But it was just very weird. Like So she was trying to say that I wasn't interpreting well, but hey, what does she know, right? All right, and for the other one, this one is kind of comical. And so a session comes in, and when a session comes in, you see the other party, right? But every once in a while, they have the ability to turn off the feed to me, so that way you can imagine. This is important, for example, GYN sessions or pap smears, breast stuff like that. They turn off the camera, and I am no longer able to see the other party. And they can see me though. They can see me, but I cannot see them. Privacy, awesome, and just talking and stuff. And as long as I can hear them, I can interpret. So a call came in, and it was dark. When it's dark, I always like to ask, ma'am, I noticed that I am not able to see you. Is this on purpose, or is there something going on? And then the ladies are like, oh no, there's something going on. And I was like, okay, let me refresh. Trying to get a better connection. It didn't work. She did it, and then it just didn't work. Like it was dark. I was like, maybe the camera doesn't work or something. And then the lady was like, we can continue like this as long as I can hear you. And I was like, perfect. All right, let's go with it. And I rolled with it. And then so she did her whole intake and without a camera or anything. And then the doctor came in. And as soon as the doctor came in, he flipped like this cover on the camera, and then I was able to see him. And I was like, ooh, that nurse didn't want me to see her. Or maybe she didn't know how to work with it, or I don't know what was going on. I never got to see the nurse again, or if I did, of course, just from the voice, I couldn't remember her. I'm sure it wasn't. So yeah, that just like flipped me out. I was like, so either the nurse didn't want to see me, or she didn't know how to just flip the thing. Like, so technology, what's it called? I don't know. What's that thing that they're like ignorant to technology? I don't know. Whatever. But the point is that all she had to do was just move the flap, and I didn't even have to say all of that stuff for her to. Like, I didn't even. She had me troubleshooting for no reason. I was like, no. Alright, now let's get started with the good stuff. So, today, 4 more vaccines to add to your list. And number 12 is Japanese encephalitis and encephalitis japonese. So, Japanese encephalitis is a viral brain infection that spread through mosquito bites. It's most common in rural areas in Southeast Asia, the Pacific Islands, and the Far East, but it is very rare in travelers. The virus is found in pigs and birds and is passed to mosquitoes when they bite infected animals. If it cannot be spread from person to person, there's currently no cure for Japanese encephalitis. Treatment involves supporting the functions of the body as it tries to fight off the infection. The person usually needs to be admitted to a hospital so they can be given fluids, oxygen, and medication to treat the symptoms. So not curable, and people need to get treated. The name of the vaccine is Ixiaro, Ixiaro, abbreviation JE. Manufacturer Valneva, route intramuscular, doses in the series 2. It is approved for ages equal to or over 2 months. This is an inactivated adjuvant, so that means it's inactivated, and they put stuff there for the immune system to kick butt. All right, number 13. Number 13 is measles, mumps, and rubella. Rubella, I'm sorry. MMR. And in Spanish is sarampion, paperas, and rubiola. So these are 3 diseases. This is a very, very common, and they just call it an MMR. There is no, well, I don't know. I don't know if they call it in Spanish the SPR or SPR. I don't know. But what I always do is when they say MMR, I always just interpret like that. Sarampión, la vacuna contra la sarampión, paperas y rubiola. So just something to keep in mind. So measles starts as a fever, cough, runny nose, conjunctivitis, pink eye, and a red pinpoint rash that starts on the face and spreads to the rest of the body. If the virus infects the lungs, it can cause pneumonia. Measles in older children can lead to inflammation of the brain called encephalitis, which can cause seizures and brain damage. Oh, I forgot to mention that for Japanese encephalitis. Yes, encephalitis is swelling of the brain, so very, very dangerous. Um, where is it? Called encephalitis, which can cause seizures and brain damage. The mumps virus usually causes swelling in glands just below the ears, giving the appearance of chipmunk cheeks. Before the vaccines, mumps was the most cause of both meningitis, inflammation of the lining of the brain and spinal cord, and acquired deafness in the US in men. Mumps can affect the testicles, which can lead to infertility. Rubella is also known as German measles. It can cause a mild rash on the face, swelling of glands behind the ears, and in some cases, swelling of the small joints and low-grade fever. Most children recover quickly with no lasting effects, but if a pregnant woman gets rubella, it can be devastating. If they're infected during the first trimester of pregnancy, there's at least a 20% chance that their child will have a birth defect such as blindness, deafness, a heart defect, or intellectual disabilities. So we can see those are three bad diseases, some worse than others, but it's always good to be protected, right? To know that, well, all we have to do is just vaccinate our children and they'll be okay, and we'll get rid of this vaccine from spreading to humans until it mutates, right? So the name of the vaccine is M-M-R, and Roman numeral number 2. So the abbreviation is MMR. That's what you hear it called. Manufacturer Merck. Route SC. It's subcutaneous. It goes just right below the skin. It does not go into the muscle. Doses in the routine series 2. Approved ages 12 months or older. Comments is live attenuated. That means it's a live virus, but it has been beat up, so it does not overpower your immune system. Number 4, yes, number 14. Meningococcal disease, and in Spanish is enfermedad meningocócica. So the vaccine, it would be meningococcal vaccine or vacuna meningocócica. So meningococcal disease refers to any illnesses caused by the bacteria called Neisseria meningitis, also known as meningococcus. These illnesses are often severe and can be deadly. They include infections of the lining of the brain and spinal cord, meningitis, and bloodstream infections, bacteria, or septicemia. There's no way that I can read infections of the lining of the brain and spinal cord and not just have a horrible story playing in my brain. Like, oh, I don't want to think about this stuff. Let me give you the definition, and then I'm gonna tell you something. Bacteria and blood infections, bacteria or septicemia. These bacteria spread to the exchange of respiratory and throat secretions like spit by living in those in close quarters, kissing. Doctors treat meningococcal disease with antibiotics, but quick medical attention is extremely important. Keeping up to date with recommended vaccines is the best defense against meningococcal disease. So, what I was gonna tell you is that I remember when I first became an interpreter, and then I was reading through all of these vocabulary words, diseases, conditions, syndromes, all of this stuff, and I was learning all of this new stuff, and like I was just reading through all this, I was like, man, I don't even want to know these things exist. Like, it's tough. I mean, we only get one life to live, right? And there's like more than 1 million diseases out there that you can actually catch. And I am grateful. I have some conditions that would pass as deformities, or yeah, well, just conditions, and stuff, right? I don't think there's the perfect human being, so we're all um, uh, affected. Maybe if we're not affected, like for example, what I have doesn't affect me in my everyday life or anything, and it's still there though, and I didn't know it. A doctor told me about it when I was like 25, 26, so it's brand new to me. I always thought it was normal. I mean, and I thought about this when I was doing all that. I was like, so look at all the things, like, and like you learn about this stuff, and then it just like created like a kind of a fear because I was aware of all this stuff, right? And of course you don't want to get it, and um, you don't want your family members or anyone to get any of those stuff, right? Like very rare diseases, very bad diseases, cancer stuff, and all of that stuff. And and I remember like and just reading like bad stuff like that, like meningitis. I It just made me feel bad, and I was like, I don't know if I can be a medical interpreter because I don't want to know. I don't want to know about all the stuff that can happen to me or my family. That it was just such a horrible feeling. Um, but of course, I burned all of the other bitches, so there was nothing else that I was either like be an interpreter or go out looking for a new job, cause you just like I had been. Let me tell you, when I became an interpreter, I had just gone back from Merida to the state capital in Chihuahua, and I had just been working there for like a month or two in a company. So imagine quitting in a company like after working a month or two. It's like they're not gonna take you back. And my manager was very, very angry because I left. Uh, because he thought I was gonna be like one of his best elements. Like I had the background, the education, and all of that stuff, which the other ones didn't have. They had experience, but they didn't have no theory or anything. So I was exactly what they needed, but man, I was gonna be getting paid how much? 50% more in this new company, so it was a no-brainer. Um, so yeah, and now I don't even remember what all those diseases are. I remember their like the equivalent, the translation English Spanish, but if you were to tell me, like for example, I know meningitis because it's bad. That always gives me a bad taste, or I don't know. I hate that disease. Just thinking about it is horrible. But there are other diseases that I know, and like they don't. I don't even know what they are. I read the definitions some moment in the past, but I don't even remember what they are. And if I look at them, I kind of have an idea what they are because of the roots and stuff, but I don't really know what they are. And that's how I am able to be an interpreter, because maybe if I was a doctor and I had to remember all that stuff, I probably couldn't have been a doctor. But then again, I don't know. I think I'm just talking too much. So I'm just going to continue with the rest of the video. So if anybody's struggling with that, like I was, like it's filling your head with negative stuff and you don't want that, just remember that you don't need to know what it is. And you're going to be filling your head with English, Spanish translations that we don't have a limited space. So all of the definitions are going to go out and all of the translations are going to stay in. So don't worry about it. Hopefully it'll happen to you as well. So let me hurry. So the name of the vaccine is Menactra. abbreviation MCV4 MAN ACWY-D, manufacturer Sanofi, route intramuscular, doses in routine series 2, approved ages 9 months to 55 years, comments inactivated diphtheria toxoid conjugate. So it's a part of diphtheria and just the thing that makes a bad thing. The thing that makes it's just targeted to whatever makes you sick, or whatever little part of the virus makes you sick. Another one is Menevio, the abbreviation MCV4 MAN ACWY-CRM, manufacturer GlaxoSmithKline, route intramuscular, doses in routine series 2, approved ages from 2 months to 55, comments inactivated CRM197 conjugate. Vaccine name Trumenba, abbreviation MenB AFHBP, manufacturer Pfizer, route intramuscular, doses in routine series 2 or 3, approved ages 10 to 25 years, comments recombinant adjuvant. Vaccine name Vexero, abbreviation ManV-4C, manufacturer GlaxoSmithKline, route intramuscular, doses in routine series 2, approved ages 10 to 25 years of age, and this is a recombinant adjuvant. And for the last one, Pneumococcal disease. This is enfermedad neumocócica. Pneumococcal disease is a name for any infection caused by a bacteria called Streptococcus pneumoniae or pneumococcus. Pneumococcal infections can range from ear and sinus infections to pneumonia and bloodstream infections. There are vaccines to help prevent pneumococcal disease. All right, so there's a bunch of bacteria, right, called pneumococcal pneumoniae or pneumococcus that, well, not a lot of bacteria, right, but it can trigger a lot of symptoms. And the name of that vaccine is Pneumovax 23, abbreviation PPSV23, manufacturer Merck, route intramuscular or subcutaneous, doses in routine series 1, approved ages equal to or more than 2 years of age, comments inactivated polysaccharide. Vaccine name Prevnar 13, abbreviation PCV13, manufacturer Pfizer, route intramuscular, doses, or did I say doses? Doses in routine series 4, approved ages equal to or 6 weeks, equal to or older than 6 weeks of age, comments inactivated adjuvant CRM197 conjugate. All right, what, that one was the same as, I saw that, 197, and this was 197. I'll have to dig into what that means. Of course I didn't. So that's gonna be pretty much it for me today, guys. Please leave your questions in the comments and I will answer some of them on the next session. If anything is time sensitive, let me know and I'll get through it before the rest of my queue. Remember that I'll be here Monday through Friday after work, rain, sleet, hail, snow. I'll be here. Time to be grateful. I'm grateful for everyone that's our Patreon. I'm grateful for everyone that has bought us a coffee. Grateful for all of our subscribers. Grateful for all of our viewers. Grateful for you that is watching the end of this video. A lot of love to all of our supporters, Patreons, buy me a coffee and subscribers and viewers. We love you so much. We could not have done this without you. Please go ahead and help us support the Happy Lab NFT project. It would really mean a whole lot to us. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video and have not done so for more content, and don't forget to share. Also, don't forget to have yourself a great rest of your day and happy interpreting. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unwind Sessions. Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. And if you learned something new today, it'd be great if you left us a review. You can also visit us on patreon.com/interpretyourworld or visit our website, interpretyourworld.com. Unwind Sessions.
If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, share this video with other beginner interpreters or anyone who can benefit from this information. Thank you all so much for all the support you guys have given us. This means the world to us. Don't forget, we also have social media. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. We also have an Instagram and the one I love the most, TikTok. We just recently got a Buy Me a Coffee, and also, if you guys didn't already know, we do have a Patreon account. If you guys would like to support us a little more, we'd love to have you guys over there. And as always, I will be posting all the links to these pages down below in the description box. Thanks for watching!